Oh, you know I couldn't resist. You know I couldn't resist. All right. I never just...
Timer flash 7 times. BTU system. You ain't testing, you're guessing.
All right. Nest. No heat. This is R, common, which is neutral. Yellow for cool. G for fan. And white for heat circuit. Fan's not coming on. The thermostat turns on a fan coil at the boiler. So let's take the red and the green and see if the fan come on. All right, I used a Wago 3-conductor lever connector, essentially a glorified wire nut. I have my 24 volts on the red, and the G, the green wire, is for fan, and it's on. It's on. Now, before I take the white wire, which will be heat, we're gonna make sure that the zone is off. Let's go down to the boiler and verify that. Well, this is something we don't see often. Here in the New York metropolitan Long Island area, the primary and almost exclusive zone valve manufacturer and model is the Honeywell 4-wire zone valve. Very, very, very rare. This is probably the 3rd time in 20 years. Wow. No, the 3rd time in 22 years, right, that I am seeing a Taco zone valve. Interesting. Very, very interesting. However, the principles are the same. However, if I do have a failed zone valve, it's going to be a problem. I have to order this. We don't stock them because we never see them. We have 24 volts on our red and our white, and our end switch is our blue and yellow. And honestly, looking at this now, it looks much neater and cleaner than the Honeywells with those 2 reds and 2 yellows with 18-inch leads coming out of it. And you know what that always looks like. It looks like a rat's nest or a bird's nest. Interesting how they did this installation here. All right, so the fan is still blowing. We're gonna take the white wire and put that in there one-handedly. Give that a little tug. And now let's go back to the boiler and see if that zone is on. All right, our zone is on. She is hot, so we know we're circulating. Let's check out the opposite side. Let's see, is it that one? Yep, it's definitely this one. This one is whew, hot like fire. Are we piping in the wrong way? Let's see, I can't tell, but I'm assuming we're pumping back to the boiler. Now you may be asking yourself, Mikey Pipes, how do you know that that zone that's on is that zone you're working on? Well, it's because I tested before off camera. One of the things I like to do as a HVAC technician, because you have to think, you know, with troubleshooting in mind, is when I go to a house for a no heat or no cool, after I introduce myself, if I haven't met the customer before, because those first 2 minutes of interaction, the end user, the consumer, has already decided if they trust you or not. And if they trust you, you know, they will obviously take your recommendations and go with them. But if they don't trust you, you're kind of lost. You might as well pack up and go home. But once I do the formalities and get that out of the way, one of the first things I ask is, where's the thermostat and where's the return filter, if applicable? So when we go to the thermostat, one of the things I'm crossing my fingers for is that if I turn the fan to on, that the fan comes on. If the fan comes on, then I know I have 24 volts in my transformer, and I know my blower is good. And that eliminates usually the need of going into the attic or going into where the equipment is and troubleshooting from there. Just a little word of advice. And by the way, you want to see something cool? That's an indoor hockey rink. Oh, I love my clients. All right, my thermostat is still bypassed. The red, the white, and the green wires are connected. And let's take a look. And we have some heat coming out of that vent. Check out the other one. Heat there as well. You can actually see the trunk inside the wall. Pretty cool. I'm using the FLIR 1 thermal imaging camera that hooks up to your iPhone. Pretty cool. If you're interested in this, I'll put a link in the description box down below. But we just verify that the heat works. Let's go look at the air heat. All right, there's our fan coil. And let's focus in on that if we could. Come on, there you go. Beautiful. 120-ish, 130 surface temperature without any tape on it, so you really can't tell, but it is getting hot. So we're good. Overall installation looks good. No rust in our emergency drain pan, no water residue, no nothing, so we're pretty good. Oh, you know I couldn't resist. You know I couldn't resist. I never disappoint.
You can catch the actual shot and score on the Mikey Pipes Uncensored channel. Link in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be well, God bless, stay safe.